a great stage for a neutral-site showdown. It's the Baylor Bears and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. So the Auburn Tigers kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Baylor's offense will start this game off with the football. And here comes DJ Lagway. He's been able to put together a solid resume. We're anxious to see what he can do in this one. Inside, it's Turner. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards, getting running backs on the ground.
Lagway. Working that left side now. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
The Baylor's a team, man. It's been interesting to watch them because offensively, they make no bones about it. They want to throw the ball all over the yard. And what do? To replace their stud from a year ago, they go in the portal. They get DJ Lagway, a guy that can spin it, has had some high moments, also had some inconsistencies, Palmer. So I'm interested to watch this young man at the helm.
Yeah, the big key, I think, for Baylor is this coaching staff getting the most out of DJ Lagway. Because you said it, David, he was one of the most recruited players and Gatorade Player of the Year in high school for a reason. His ceiling is so high. The issue, though, has been the consistency. If this coaching staff can get him to play his A-game week in, week out, this Baylor offense is going to be impossible to stop. And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Unloads it left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, those sting, man. Third down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Tigers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Let's take a look at our impact players. Running inside, it's Cobb. Hard running there. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, In the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Pulls it in. It's Singleton.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook it.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First. Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football, they are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field because that could have been disastrous.
Flagway wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, running back on the move. Could be an alley. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Here's Lagway to pass. Finds his man. It's Brown. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Bears! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
It's just so nice to have a signal going. who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The keeper on the option. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers in the hurry up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The run inside. It's Cobb. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Singleton. Right down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Handoff to the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they
didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Lagway. Grabbed in the middle, it's Freeman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Makes the grab on the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Flag wave. Spits it out to the back. It's complete on the right side. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Close enough for a field goal try, but they want more. Going for it on 4th and short from the 20. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Brown will throw it. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Fights off the defender. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Makes the grab. It's Nimrod. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the catch along the sideline. Just picked up a few, but enough for a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He finally goes out of bounds, and what a way to wrap up the third quarter. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. Back now over to your game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Hey guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. He told his team he was pleased with their performance in the first half, but they have got a lot of ball game left. They want to come out and set the tone here to start the third quarter. Coach said we have got to play clean football and execute. Always a challenge in these early games in the season. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll keep it on the ground. Nice move to pick up yardage. Turns it on in midfield. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. He gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Flagway on the play action. The short hands, it's Turner. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Bears will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Offense in a bunch formation. Flagway wants to throw. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. snagged out of the air. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Lagway to throw for it on fourth. Dumps it to the back. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Got his man. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Here's Lagway to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And the Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Baylor! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Brown wants to pass. Steps away. And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Throwing, Lagway. Got his man.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Running inside, it's Turner. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Lagway. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by this defense because second and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, third and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking for room, it's Cobb. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And now on second down for this offense. Brown will throw it. The sure hands, it's Kane. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. As we head into the fourth quarter, both teams hoping to rely on the running game. Here's how the two backs stack up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! Still a one-score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Flagway. It's complete to the left. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Flagway to the air again. Throws for the tight end. Got a man, it's Livingston. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where the quarterback goes.
Got a little grass. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Bears are in the hurry-up. Flagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab.
That is how you play defense. Drop back, you let him catch the football, you go attack, you don't let him break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Again, it's Flagway. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And now, fourth quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. They'll run it on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle. Down to the 4. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. Under fire. Buys a little time. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field. You get a fourth and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
And some room to work. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Flagway wants to throw. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
See what they dial up on first and 10. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Uncorks it. Got his man to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. DJ Lagway to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Lagway to pass. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And, man, I love safeties that play with great vision in the back end, right? They're the safety for a reason. They're the back line of defense 99% of the time, and I love how he sees the ball, he breaks on it. And this defense, they have an opportunity to finish this game. They've played well all game long. Now finish the deal.
All right, offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can step up in this moment, find a way to get the ball into the end zone and win you this game?
Timeout is called with just a single second left. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Throwing again, here's DJ Lagway. Here's a heat. It's caught. A clutch grab in the end zone for a touchdown to tie the game, and they can win it with the extra point.
And how about the clock management by this team? Taking all of the clock, scoring late now. All you got to do is finish it. The easy part. Bring out the kicker, knock that PAT through the uprights.
And he tacked on the extra point. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.